Good morning, everybody. I'm at Parcaut with Brian Galke. How you doing, Brian? He's coming. Are you in
Good.
Colorado now? Is that where you're at
Yep,
today?
flying home today. So, yep, I was here. I flew out Sunday morning, did a training for a Krav Maga. They were doing a intensive over the weekend. It was actually some people we know through Chris Casamasa. So I came. I was supposed to be part of it, but then my daughter was going to have her recital for piano. So I'm like, nope, I'll just come in and speak the last day. So did that, then hung around in Denver on Monday, and now heading back home.
Yeah. Brian's on his iPad, as you can tell, because he keeps looking at the screen instead of.
I know, because I'm used to the camera being right here instead of over here. One thing I hate about I have a iPad Pro is the camera's off to the side instead of it being up top. And so I keep wanting to look where my normal camera is. And it's like, oh no, I need to look right.
Aren't they all there? That's where
No.
mine is. Oh, it's just
over on the side. It's
Yeah.
where your plug-in is. Yeah.
Yeah.
That just seems weird.
That's how they are, because they want you to turn it the other way and put it at the top.
Okay. Well, they need to have
for
two
us,
cameras.
our view, but for our view, it's better to do it this way. Anyway, now we're telling everybody how we do our secrets.
Look here.
Put a sticker on the screen where to look.
Yeah.
Don't look at Ed. Look at the camera.
No, I got to look at your flag. So.
Yeah, and I'm doing that because my Apple went down again.
Did it really?
Yeah, it was like, you're using too much memory. I have ridiculous 32 gigabytes of memory, or 30 tons. There's no reason. Just because I had 5 different Vive coding windows open at the same time running doesn't mean I should run out of video. I never did before you guys fixed it, and then I took it in and they did a diagnosis, and that thing kept failing. I'm like, there's a problem, and I haven't heard anything since then. Like, oh, by the way, we decided to bring it in.
Yeah. See, I'm in need of a new one, but I like my MacBook. I have the MacBook Pro that has a little slide bar across the front, and the new ones don't have that. They got rid of it as a feature.
Yeah, but do you go get the Apple One Care? Do you still have that? Do you have Apple
It expired for some reason on it, and so I tried. You can't reinstall it after you have it, so it just sucks because I don't know why it expired, because I had it set to a card that was going monthly, and that card must have just got compromised or whatever.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, if you had, because I upgraded to Apple One Care, which is more, but if they keep giving me this thing back to me, I'm just going to trip on the way out and break it. Because I saw somebody brought in a freaking iPad that was definitely hit with a baseball bat right in the middle.
Yeah.
And they're getting a brand new one. I'm like, that is just ridiculous.
Well, so for iPads, I think you get up to 2 screens that when that happens, and then after that, they won't do it. My daughter dropped hers.
Not fix the screen at all on this one. It was a brand new one you had to. Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. I dropped a laptop off of a bed and
shattered it.
Yeah, in Mexico, and it just slipped off and just hit the edge of the thing, and there's a dent on the screen. Still worked, but then when I got back, or I should say where it folded, and then when I got back, I'm like, I want to return this. Almost. There we go.
Sir. Let me get rid of my gum here. I just realized I'm chewing.
All right. So what you've been speaking, what do you speak on now versus what you've been speaking on? Have you changed anything up in the last year, in the last few months?
It depends. So like Thursday when we, I think we recorded, then I had to go speak at what was called Speakonomics. And that was where we were talking about how do you get on stage, when you're on stage, what you should look for in your audience. So that was training other speakers. This one was martial arts. So it was a lot more about situational awareness. There were people they were business owners that were there. They all specialized in Krav Maga. And then it was studio owners, things like that. So this one was, okay, and somebody enters your place. How do you look and how can you talk to them based on their face? And then how do you set up your office so that when they come and sit down, are they sitting the right way? Do you have your desk set up that's the proper way to help people feel comfortable? So it was a lot of little things that they can do in their studios. And then it's been got 50 people who responded, gave positive feedback about it. And there was only like 75 in the room. And then I've already gotten 2 people called like, hey, how can we work with you going forward? So there's a PT's office that wants to work with me here in Denver. And then there's another place. And hey, look, give me any excuse to come to Colorado. I will. I used to have this as a territory. So I used to come to Denver once a month for work. So happy to be back out here.
Yeah. Well, I got to get there for the Denver games, but I never have. I prefer to watch all football on TV.
Okay, so I'm not a big sports guy, as you know. And that's my whole thing is like, for what some tickets will cost you, I would rather go buy a new TV than go to the game. Now I'm all about experiences. I have lots of friends who have season tickets, and where I live in Dallas, Like if they can't make it to the Mavs game for basketball or can't make it to hockey for the Stars game, like, hey, Brian, you want the tickets? Hell yes, I do. I will go. I love the experience of going. I just don't invest in it myself. So,
All right. Sorry.
Yeah, distracted.
No,
It's usually me. It's usually me. So this is good.
No, so everybody's into AI, right?
Uh-huh.
And I think you should not use it to call your past clients. I think you should call your past clients.
Mhm.
Company I do a lot of business with set us all up with this AI, and it's hounding people. And I just had somebody reach out saying, "Hey, I'm not interested in for this company, you guys to keep calling me and offer me a better rate." Yeah. And I'm like, damn, I thought I went through and stopped everybody. The problem is though, 2020, 21, 22, I did so many loans. It would take me forever to cancel that.
I'm trying to look up, I saw a story. Is it Jack Dorsey, the guy who owns PayPal and all those, like, not PayPal, but Cash App and all those?
Yeah.
Is it Jack Dorsey?
I think so, but I could be
That's
wrong.
what I'm looking. Did you see he fired? Yeah, he's Square, all those. So he fired 4,000 people last week, and basically he did it over a tweet, and basically said AI is doing so many of their jobs now that they don't need those 4,000 people. So he cut his staff in half and said AI will replace them. So it wasn't, the company did like 10 billion. It was, I don't know those numbers for sure, but in the letter he sent to the stockholders, it basically said, hey, we made a ton of money, but AI can do a lot of these jobs. So they canned 4,000 people last week. So that was the big two stories last week was Jack Dorsey letting go of people because he did it over X, and literally 4,000 people said AI is doing it. And then of course the Jim Carrey thing.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know the Jim Carrey thing.
Oh, you don't? Oh, we'll come back and talk about that. Okay.
Yeah. The big thing, I just think there's certain things that you should do, just like with what you do. It's more personal. But there are some things you can have it do. And don't get me wrong. Right. I mean, what I'm trying to do with a loan origination system is to cut out pretty much everybody and one person be able to handle 20 to 30 transactions a month as an originator and not be crazy about it.
Yeah. Well, and that's what everybody's using AI for. So even like people in the Philippines are now going, oh crap, because they were doing VA work for cheap, and now people are going, well, AI does that. So
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
If I could finish my veteran stuff I'm stuck at where Opus Clips is. It's not cutting it perfectly the way I want it. That part of it. Once I get that done, I'm done. Yeah. I have a beautiful UI. That's user interface. If you didn't know that, since you don't code, Brian, and that's beautiful. Everything looks good, but it's just not cutting it right. And I know it's me not spending the time. I've been so busy on so many other things that I've been doing. I told you about my night signal.com, right?
Okay. We saw it last week. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's that. Even I've been pushing. It just makes my job so much easier. Even if you don't even have multiple websites, but you want to make sure there's no problem with your website and you want it up, make sure it's up all the time.
Yep.
I mean, get a count. It's worth it. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm laughing because I still keep wanting to look over here for the camera.
That's okay. You're just laughing at me. I know. Yeah.
No. I'm trying to figure out, like, can I do this? Look at that. I just stuck my gum to the side so I remember where to look.
No, you want it there for later.
It fell off. It fell off. Damn it. Didn't work.
No, but what I'm getting at is there's going to be certain jobs, certain things, more personalized service that people want. But if I want a prime example, there's so many vets who can do a refinance. It's called an ERL, interest rate reduction refinance loan, which is easy, no income, no nothing. It's so easy to do that I set up this AI to do the whole thing. Yeah. And that's what I'm getting at is there's so many things that you can do. I interviewed a company last week on my Inner Edison, and they do a update during in the morning of news, and it's about 5 or 6 articles on news that moves. So they state that will move the world by millions of people. They'll give you. They talked today. 3 of the articles were about the Iran war. But I'm like, wow. So I could do something like that for our radio show, Real Estate Jerky. I could do the same type of stuff in the morning, an update about for whether you're a vet, whether you're in my industry, not in my industry, here's the top news that's going to affect the real estate market.
Mm-hmm.
And it's have AI do it all.
Well, that's what a lot of people are doing is they're getting up every day and they're just saying, AI, go find me what I'm going to talk about today. You know my voice, you know what I do. Now go find me the article what I need to do. And did you see, there's an article I have to send you. Mark Cuban came out last week and said, he's a big believer in AI and what it can do, but he actually just invested a ton of money into a company that hosts live events. Because what he's seeing is people are already getting tired of AI. And people are going to want to go back to being in rooms around people to make sure who they think they're talking to is the person. So this company does mainly like live music and events right now, but they're going to be opening up to other events. So I see that positive being a speaker because they're going to need people to also be at these events. Like Jimmy that we know who's the MC, I see him having a bright future because if people are going back to in the rooms, they need people who can get the crowd going, all that kind of stuff. But let me look and see the name of the company that Cuban invested in.
Well, and I see things where AI can handle certain things, just like look at a call center, right? Certain call centers did it before. It was instead of just going to a recorder. Now, then you had voicemail that was press 1 for sales, press 2 for this, and then you had answering services, and then now you have then you had call center. You have all these different ways of doing things, and I think AI will just be one more in that, and it won't work for everybody. But it's going to get rid of a lot of things, but not everything.
So the company's called Burwood Land. So BURWOODLAND. So they produce nightlife experiences throughout the US, Canada, and Europe. And so he's basically, he's going to be a minority owner in the company, but it's because he said people are getting tired of just AI and they're tired now of social media and everything else. So they're going to want to get back in rooms with people. And that's what he's investing for his next round of money.
Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, I see it. I think a lot of this stuff is we have to get through this next year to see where we're going to be next year.
Well, I wonder, so we need to have Manoj back on, right? When I say that, I imagine his company's got to be having struggles too, because what he used to be able to charge to provide people with AI, now I don't know how he can do it, at the rates he was. It's no different. And that's not a slam on him. It's no different than like we talked about before. If you were a go high level person, or you were a WordPress person, or you were whatever technology 2 years ago, you could charge we talked to a guy that wanted to charge $8,000 to build a website.
That was just to move it from one WordPress site to another and do a couple updates.
Yeah. And now, no. Whoever's paying that is just, and you and I talked about before, like when we worked with Steve and got our professional web pages done, companies could charge $8 to $10,000 to build you a professional looking website. Now people can spend 8 to 10 hours and have Lovable or Replit create that for them. Like it's not
right. There. But the difference is the websites I've created are not websites. They're authority building, meaning that I find out who you are and I build it for you. Right. Like I did the one for Craig the other day. He had I was like, this is who he is. I know him. I'm like, here's what and I showed him everything I could offer him, which is, I think I showed you, but then there's an Ask Craig part, which is an AI that I'm like, oh my God, I think I'm going to take that. Because I can convert that to any industry or anything you're doing, even for you, and then turn it into where it's a gamification is what it is to get people on your website or for an app or for certain things. I was like, wow, this part right here is more valuable than the rest of the website.
Yeah, that's true. That's where it's going. Well, you mentioned it before, like branding authority. What are people known for? They said that you have, 1 to 2 years to really brand yourself before everything just is AI. And all these people are jumping on AI. It's good for the tools it has, but I think you're setting yourself up for failure if you're only using AI. Like if you're only using AI headshots and looks nothing like you, people are automatically going, oh, okay, I'm out.
It's like my wife this morning is like, is that an AI picture of me on your phone? I go, no, that's from Vegas, lady.
But we just talked about that. What event was that? I don't even remember. Anyway, one of the events, that's what we're talking about is you have to do headshots every 3 months now and stop using AI headshots because people can tell and they immediately start distrusting you. Well, if you have to use AI, what do you really look like? And we made fun of, and I think Steve even, I'm re-listening to Blue Fishing while I'm walking around Denver. And I think in one of it, he's talked about the lady who showed up, who her picture looked nothing like her. So people have got to learn to trust you. And if you're using AI, good for touch-ups, but it's like going, and I'm not gonna date myself when I say this, it's like having a glamour shot versus having a regular photo, right? It's what do you look like when people are going to see you is what they want to see.
I think it was last week or the week before where that lady's filter came off during her she was influencer, had
Yeah.
1.5 million or whatever, and then lost 400 some thousand right out, or I forget what the number. She lost a couple 100,000 right afterwards. Because did you see that where
No.
she had a filter on?
Uh-huh.
Well, the filter started glitching, and she looked nothing like the filter,
Right.
at all. And lost all this. And talk about credibility that you just lost if that's what you needed to have that. And that's what people are worried about. It's that whole catfishing stuff, right? I mean, now it's different. Oh, I'm talking to you on the thing. Let's go meet up, and it's an AI version of you that does look nothing like you.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I mean, there's articles out there now. There are men who have AI bots doing OnlyFans or whatever website it is, and they're making money off of it. And so it's a guy moving and talking and all that, but it looks like a good looking woman. And they're all doing it through AI. And that's just where we're at. And that's why I kind of do it. It was they weren't listening to the message, but somebody said, hey, you need to go out and watch this one video. And I said, hey, the rule of thumb right now really needs to be go and do a lot of research. Don't just trust one video. And even if you watch videos, try and find somebody who's actually there. Don't believe what you see in a video because everything can be AI faked now. And they got all upset. I don't think you're reading the room and you should be upset. I said, I never said I wasn't upset. I'm just encouraging people to look beyond the first video you get. If you know how algorithms work, is it's going to show you what it thinks you want to see. Like go and like things that you don't like to make sure you're seeing two sides of the story instead of just what's going to be cognitive bias. And it's going to show you what you want to see.
It's like that aircraft carrier that burned this last weekend. It didn't happen.
Oh, I didn't hear about that one.
Yeah, they showed on fire because Iran. Yeah, supposedly Iran blew up one of our aircraft carriers and added on, whatever. And from what I heard, we still weren't. But what I'm getting at is everybody's doing, and they also shot down 3 of our planes, which wasn't true. It was Kuwait who accidentally shot down 3 of our planes. They were helping us, but they screwed up. And they all lived, but they still. There goes $40 million.
Oops. Taxes are coming. Yeah. It's an interesting time to be alive.
The NGO's going, damn, I just lost a bunch of money I could have stole.
Yeah. All right. What do you got going on for Thursday? What else you got going on this week? I guess
I'm busy just trying to get stuff done and get it off my plate so that I can focus on. I feel the tidal wave of business coming from the mortgage industry eventually. It's coming, and as soon as we get through this war, it will be here.
I get you. By the way, I will not be around next the 13th to 22nd. So
where are you going to?
Spring break with the kiddo.
Oh, I was going to say
spring break with the kiddo.
Got to go to Mexico, huh?
No, California. I'm actually going. I'm going out to your state. I'm going out to California, taking her out to Disneyland, Disneyland and Universal. So
she's so sorry.
She's a kid. She loves that stuff. Yeah.
Make sure you go down to Legoland.
Oh, well, that's a good point because I have an extra day where it's just her and I.
It's Carlsbad.
Was that out there? I have to let Greg know.
Down there, it's right there, man. It's where, it's right. As soon as you, it's like one of the first exits. I mean, it's on the other side. It's right before Palomar Airport Road. Yeah. So,
Well, we'll probably go. I mean, for her, she's a kid, so she loves the beach as much as anything because we do not have good beaches in Texas.
You know? You mean because of like the jellyfish?
Jellyfish and it's dark brown water. There's not crystal waters, clear water or anything.
Christie when I went there.
It's rare.
Really?
Yeah, most of like if you go to Padre and all the other parts, it's like dark brown water and jellyfish. So
all right. So you're gonna be here this week on Thursday?
Yep. I'll be here. Well, I say that. I don't want to lie to you. Hold on. Okay. Thursday the 5th. Yep. Looks like I'll be here.
All right. Sorry, I was just checking stuff while you were checking.
Yeah.
No, you were checking. I was giving you your time. All right.
Yeah.
You want to take us out?
Yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining Ed Parcaut and myself and ACES53 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We are here. Sometimes it's just Ed and I. Other times we have on a guest speaker. So maybe we want to pick their brain, learn some information from, you name it. So if you know of anybody, refer them to us. We'll see if we can add people on. Sometimes we're here for 15 minutes. Sometimes we're here for 50 minutes. But the best thing you do is share us with your friends, like us. I think that's it. What else, Ed?
Or enemies.
Yes.
All right. That's it. We'll talk to you guys on Thursday. Thanks, Brian.